You've probably heard of people making millions by trading or day trading. You've seen screenshots, you've seen profits, you've heard stories of people's lives completely changing for the better. But what nobody tells you is this. Most people who start trading do not make money at first. Matter of fact, they lose it, and they lose a lot of money. So in this video, we're gonna break down exactly why most people lose. The mistakes that most people make without even realizing it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of them too. And we're gonna explore what separates people who blow their accounts from people who are actually making money off of trading. Most people lose money not because trading is impossible. It's not because the market is against you, but it's because of how people behave when real money is on the line. When people first start trading, they don't come in thinking that they're gonna learn a new skill. They come in thinking that they're gonna make a lot of money, like it's some kind of cheat code. And that small difference changes everything. So what happens is they open an account, put some money in, and start trading immediately, trying to rush things. No real understanding, no plan, no structure, just action, straight into the game. And the first mistake usually looks like this. They see the market moving fast. Maybe gold is flying, maybe crypto is pumping, and they feel like they're missing out. And they jump in late without thinking too much. And sometimes it actually works. Price keeps going and they make some money. And that reinforces the idea that they're doing something right. But what they don't realize is they didn't make money because they were right. They made money because the market happened to keep moving. This is all by chance. And that's where the problem starts. Because the next time they do the same thing, the market doesn't go their way. It pulls back. And instead of closing the trade, they hold it. Not because it makes sense, but because they don't want to accept that they made the wrong decision. So a small loss becomes a bigger loss, and now they're not thinking logically anymore. That's when emotion kicks in. And once you start thinking emotionally, that's another problem. That's one of the biggest reasons people lose. It's not the entry, it's what happens after. Another very common one is over-leveraging. And this one is dangerous because it feels like the fastest way to grow your account. Someone deposits a small account, maybe a few $100s, and they think, I need to make this grow quickly, ASAP. So they take a big position relative to their account. For a moment, it works. Maybe they double their money in a day or two, and now they feel super confident. But what they don't see is that they're also one trade away from losing everything. And eventually, that trade comes, and the market moves against them. Just a little, but because their position is so large, that small move wipes out a huge portion of their account. And just like that, it's all gone. And then there's revenge trading, which is one of the most human mistakes you can make. You take a loss, it feels bad, you feel like you made a mistake, and you want to fix it immediately. And you're not wrong for that. But instead of stepping back, you jump into another trade, usually with more size, less patience, and more emotion. At that point, you're not trading anymore. You're reacting. And when you're reacting, you're not thinking clearly. You're just trying to get back to where you were. And that's how one loss turns into two, and then three, and suddenly the account is in a much worse position than it was before. Another big one is the inability to take profit. Someone enters a good trade, it goes into profit, maybe they're up 5%, 10%, or even more, and instead of taking something off the table, they hold everything, thinking it'll keep going, because in their head they've already imagined the bigger win. And then, guess what? The market pulls back, and instead of closing while they're still in profit, they wait. Because now they're thinking it'll come back. And sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And that winning trade turns into break even, or even a loss. That's not a strategy problem, that's psychology. And then you have the people who constantly switch strategies. They try one method for a few days, but it doesn't work immediately, so they abandon it and try something else, then something else again. They're not giving anything enough time to actually understand it. So instead of improving one skill, they stay average at everything. And underneath all of this, there's one core issue: a lack of understanding. People don't fully understand what moves price. They don't understand risk. They don't understand how their decisions affect their outcome. So they end up relying on signals, indicators, or other people's opinions. And when things go wrong, they don't know why. And if you don't know why you're losing, then you can't fix it. Now, here's the other side of this. If all of this is true, then why do people still trade? It's because when done properly, trading is one of the few things where you are fully in control. You're not trading your time for money in the traditional sense. You're making decisions, and those decisions directly impact your results. There's no cap in the same way. There's no fixed path, and that's powerful if done right. But it also means responsibility. And if you do badly, then that's also on you. And that's something most people are not used to. So the reality of trading sits somewhere in between what you see online and what people experience. It's not easy, it's not instant, and it's definitely not guaranteed. But it is something you can learn if you approach it properly, if you slow down, if you focus on understanding before trying to make money. So before you move forward, just ask yourself this honestly. Are you trying to make money quickly? Or are you trying to learn something that can actually last? Because the market doesn't reward urgency. It rewards understanding. In the next few videos, we're gonna take this one step further and break down exactly what you are trading. Stocks, Forex, commodities, and how each of these work. Because once you understand what exactly you're putting your money into, everything becomes much clearer.